In honor and power, your name is blessed be your holy name. Blessed be your holy name. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your holy 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 name. Blessed be your name. Good evening, Akhoy. What country are you chatting from? My name is Laurel. Good evening, everyone. My name is Laurel. I'm from Nigeria. For those of you on YouTube, good evening. Hello, Tokalifesto. Toka Life Soft, right? What country are you chatting from? My name is Laurel. Good evening. Happy weekend. I'm Laurel from Nigeria. Oh, this is a gospel platform. Okay, I'm saying hi to your friend Ajmal. Blessings. This is a gospel platform actually, and you are not telling me your country. You are asking me to say hi to your friend. Good evening, everyone. Good evening for tuning in tonight. Tonight is the day 10 of our program, our prayer live stream titled, "Oh Lord, protect me and my household." Good evening, Mr. Ashobola Awa. Ashobola Awa. Good evening, Mr. Ogida. Hope you are doing great tonight. Mr. Ashobolawa. Are you Yoruba or what country? Are you Nigerian in another country or what? No, not you, Mr. Ogida. I'm talking about someone else, like the other man, Ashobolawa. I don't know, but it sounds Yoruba. The name sounds Yoruba. Okay, tonight, this is weekend, and we are still on the program titled, "Oh Lord, my Father. Oh Lord, protect me and my household." And on tonight's preaching, on tonight's text, tonight's topic is "Mighty hand of God fall upon my life." When the hand of God is upon your life, it symbolizes protection. It is difficult for the enemies to afflict you, no matter how they come, no matter the amount of enemies you come across. When the hand of God is upon your life, they can't attack you, they can't afflict you. Even if they afflict you, even if they attempt to afflict you, it will not work. Why? Because the hand of God is upon your life. A lot of people today that are being attacked severely, and it's as if nothing is happening. It's not because they are that special, it's because of the fact that the hand of God is upon their life. Our Bible passage tonight is going to be coming from Exodus chapter 3. Exodus 3. I want to give you a very good example of someone who the hand of God was upon his life. And that's the story of Moses. If you remember in the Bible, oh, good evening, Jennifer. Okay, from Baltimore. Good evening. My name is Laura from Nigeria. And tonight, the live stream for tonight, the title, the subheading you are seeing is, "Oh Lord, protect me and my household." but underneath it is titled, "Oh Lord, let your mighty hand of God fall upon my life." That's what it's titled tonight. So the example we have tonight is Moses. If you all can remember the story of Moses right from when he was a baby, how he was, taken into Egypt in a basket. He grew up as a family member of Pharaoh and the rest, until he unalived somebody and he had to run back to his main roots. And now we are going to be reading this is the period when he went to Jethro, the chief priest Midian, the person he got married to, the father. Now, before he saw the burning bush, he left Jethro's house and then he went into the wilderness. Let's read Exodus chapter 3, verse 1 to 7. Now, Moses kept the flocks of Jethro in his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see the great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Draw not near hither, but put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place wherein thou standest is a holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. Then the last verse, but not the least, he said, And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. Now let's still move on. Let's read. And verse 8 says, And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land into a good land, and a large unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Let's just end it here. The bone of contention here is that if you look at the life of Moses, you'll see that with everything he experienced, God protected Moses. If the hand of God was not upon the life of Moses, he won't boldly go and see Pharaoh, telling him he wants his people to go. If he wasn't protected, all those plagues that were sent would have affected him. If the hand of God was not upon his life when he was a child, as in the time he was kept in a basket and taken to Egypt through a river or water, because the truth is they were unaliving children the time he was born. So to protect him, they had to take him to Egypt. And he was taken care of just like a prince. He was seen as the son of Pharaoh. He was seen as a royal person until his anger pushed him to do something he's not meant to, and he had to run away. Moses had anger issue. But that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about the hand of God. The hand of God has always been upon the life of Moses. A lot of us today, we are meant to have that hand of God upon our lives. A lot of people watching this, you are meant to have that hand upon your life. Yeah, why some have it. But we need to understand that there are some things you will do, and that hand will no longer be upon your life. That's when you deviate, when you leave where he has assigned you to be. Like if you are in the wrong place at the right time, you need to be in his presence. You need to be at the place he wants you to. So tonight we're going to be asking God to place his hand upon our lives. You know, when the hand of God upon your life, when his hand is upon your life, it symbolizes protection. You know, it symbolizes greatness. It symbolizes favor, because you are not just protected. It means you are not an ordinary person. People cannot just harm you and go scot-free, because they have a higher authority to contend with. When the hand of God is upon your life, you would experience thousands of people come against just you, and the whole thing will just everything will just end. You'll still be free. They will now start looking at you like, is this person ordinary? No, this person is not ordinary. There's something strange about this person. Why? Because of the hand of God upon your life. Anywhere you go, even if they gang up on you, even if they plan to unalive you, because of the fact that that hand of God is upon your life, there's nothing they will do to end your life. Even if you enter if you enter somewhere that is like filled with fire, just the same way this what's their name, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they push them into a huge fire, and they survived. Why? Because Christ was in there with them. Same also, you all that are watching this tonight, you have to pray for the hand of God, the protection of God upon your life. I remember there's this artist, was it years back, and that made me, I love his songs because of that thing. I didn't really know him that much, but